My name is Puneet Gupta, and I am founder and CEO at AstroTalk. I belong to a middle class family, and I was very poor in studies. I didn't go to IIT or IIM, and I am not even an MBA. During college, I could not stand in front of the audience and speak to them. During my first job, my probation got extended, and from the last job, I was fired. I have spent close to 16 months of my career in depression. I almost sucked at everything I did. But today, I'm running a company worth $150 million. Allow me to share my story. I graduated from Punjab Engineering College, Chandigarh in 2011 and joined an investment bank. While in Mumbai, I fell in love with a gorgeous girl who was from a very affluent family. We had no differences as compared to our backgrounds, but she always wanted me to work hard, earn well, and progress in life. But I never paid any heed to her words because I was in a full-time job of being in love. I thought a salary of 37,000 was good enough for me to survive and lead a good life because for the first time in my life, I was experiencing financial freedom and had no more desires. I was so happy with my current situation back then that I thought I was the most powerful person in the world because I was earning well and the person I loved me back. But as I started thinking too high of myself, God thought of showing me my place. While riding a bike on the Mumbai highway through a lot of potholes, I ended up spilling some water on her feet. And by then, she was very much irritated by my sense of satisfaction in life and got a reason to scold me. Stop the bike, or should I jump? She said when I was focusing on riding through the potholes, on the sides of potholes, and I immediately stopped. She came in front and said, how many times have I told you to take a cab, but you have to bring your useless bike to save money? And she continued scolding me. And I would not dare to speak in between when she is talking. As soon as she took a pause, I apologized to her and said, and agreed to her to take a cab. And I also told her that I would sell my bike and buy a car as if you console a small kid. But she was in no mood to listen that day. And next she said something which changed something in me forever. My father drives a Mercedes and your whole family has not seen a car. You are lucky that I still love you. As soon as she said that, my mind got stuck. While standing in the middle of the Mumbai highway, there was no noise to my ears. I felt as if someone has pressed audio off in my life. Maybe my system was still processing a reaction to that situation. I could not understand what to do. And like you see in movies, she held my shoulder and brought me back to reality. And when I saw her, I could not see her the way I used to see. I would always see a beautiful face with an amazing smile and a dimple which has a mole which would go inside her dimple. And when I looked at her that day, I could only see the pimples on her face. My eyes refused to see the beauty and saw everything which was wrong. I felt as if I was standing with a stranger. While going back home, a lot of memories, questions, and regrets were going through my mind as I was very much emotionally disturbed. But as soon as I reached home, I promised one thing to myself, that I would work my ass off but would never settle in life for anything less. I thought success was the only answer to what I went through that day. And I couldn't think of anything else. I thought if I achieve success, I'll not lose important people in my life again. And the next day, I resigned from the job without thinking anything. The job which was so dear to me and the salary was so good, that day it meant nothing as compared to the desires I got overnight. But I had no idea that achieving success could be even more painful. I left Mumbai after serving my notice period in 2013. I went to my hometown and I thought I would start something in the field of Ayurveda because my grandfather, he used to practice Ayurvedic medicine and he was quite popular in his area. And I thought I would take his medicine to the masses. Just because he was my grandfather, I did not think of, discussing anything with him before leaving my job and, thinking of starting something with him. And I was massively wrong. When we sat together and talked, I understood that there was no common ground on which we could start together. So after that, I made a few desperate attempts to start something, but nothing worked out. And I lost all my savings. Now, I had left my job. I was going through the after effects of breakup. And the only hope of starting up went down the gutter. I was devastated. I didn't know what to do. And to add miseries to my life, my relatives made my life hell because I was staying with my parents, doing nothing at the age of 25. And I slipped into depression. After staring at the walls for a few months, a friend came to know about my situation and he thought of helping me out. So he would call me every night after his office and do my counseling for 2-3 hours. And he was such a genius that he would discuss our old memories in which I was the hero to boost my confidence and to make me believe that I could do that again. Because by that day, I had started realizing that everything which has happened good in my life was mere luck and I was a useless person. And after a few weeks of counseling, he kind of convinced me to try looking for a job. Now, I had a huge gap in my CV and none of the corporate companies would shortlist my CV. But again, we kept trying and I got a temporary job offer from a startup which agreed to give me half of my previous month's salary and I happily accepted. But the condition was I had to reach Mumbai the next day by a flight. And they told me that they'll reimburse the money. Now before leaving home, I had 17,000 rupees in my account. And I spent 11,000 rupees on that flight and I had only 6,000 rupees when I reached Mumbai. When I reached the company, before greeting anyone, I went directly to the HR and I asked for my money. And she said, you are an experienced person, you know that reimbursement comes along with the salary. It is not given on the first day. And I was again devastated. And while having lunch, an employee told me that the salaries are always delayed. Then I knew I could not survive in Mumbai with 6,000 and indefinite time period. So I decided to eat cheap food and stay at a cheap place. A friend suggested that I could stay at his friend's place. And when I went there, there were already too many people in that house and there was no extra bedding. Typical Mumbai, you know. So I found a small place and I started sleeping on the floor. And I made my shirt my pillow. In the morning, the startup would offer a cup of coffee. And I would add half cup of sugar in that so that I don't feel hungry and I can skip breakfast. For lunch, I found this amazing place where all the laborers used to eat, and that guy used to serve 5 puris with unlimited vegetable for rupees 15. And that was my wholesome meal. And for dinner, I would have a glass of milk because since childhood, my mother told me that having a glass of milk is very important. Believe me or not, at that time, I was highly motivated because I knew that it could not get worse from there and happy days had to come. Living like a broke for a month, I finally got a job from another investment bank and I was very happy that day. I thought of treating myself. So I went to a roadside dhaba and spent 135 rupees on my dinner. And till date, I've never felt spending more lavishly than I had spent on that night with 135 rupees. I could not compare that, that lavishness with spending money on a 5-star hotel today. But getting a job was not the goal. It was just a milestone to get back my emotional state back and earn some money again to start another startup. I worked there for around 9 months, quit my job, got together with a friend to start a product. We thought we will raise some funds from a VC for this product. And once we started talking to a VC, he showed a lot of interest and promised an investment. But with some conditions that we have to do some changes in the app before he could invest something. And we spent 6 months serving to his tantrums. And after 6 months, he said he could not put anything into our product because we failed to acquire customers. And we were just doing whatever he was telling all that time. And I was again on the verge of another bankruptcy. Fortunately, a few of our friends liked our product, not as a customer, but they wanted us to build something similar to that. We saw an opportunity because we already had a tech team. So I started an IT services company. And that's where I got my first successful break as an entrepreneur. We scaled to a team size of 45 in no time and started doing a revenue of more than 1 crore rupees a year. Doing that for around 2 years, I pivoted the entire business to a product in the field of astrology. I struggled for another year to acquire a product market fit and become profitable. But once we achieved that thing, we have been scaling like anything. Standing in front of you today, we are doing a revenue of 23 lakh rupees daily by serving 5,000 customers. As they say in astrology, that some people come to your life to teach you lessons and they leave when their job is done. I lost her that day, but she gave me everything I needed to achieve her version of success for me. And in the disguise of my obsession to achieve success, I was merely doing what she asked of me. In the last 7 years, I feel I have lived 1,000 years. And I've realized, just like her, I was also right. I had no desire to acquire wealth that time, and it is the same today. I'm fortunate to earn well today that I can buy a Mercedes every week, but I still drive an i10 and lead a very humble lifestyle because it means nothing to me. I would like to share 2 incidents of my life where I felt extreme happiness and how they had nothing to do with my career progress or the financial sheet of the company. The first was when we celebrated our first anniversary of our startup, and I saw our team members laughing, enjoying on that night. I thought I had some contribution to their happiness, and I felt really proud. Second, while at a house party of a friend, I was talking to a few strangers, and one of them suggested me to use my own app, AstroTalk, without knowing I was the founder of the company. And it felt my work was getting recognized, and I was adding some value to the society. All of us have our own definition of success. For me, it is to drive happiness by creating value in the lives of people. And I'm glad I'm able to do that with my work today. I would like to end by saying to all those who feel they cannot achieve their dreams, that if I could bounce back after hitting the rock bottom, I'm sure you guys can do much better. Please stop making excuses and let's together build a better India. Thank you so much.